And I say that because
Yeah.
this generation is, my generation is very much about intentionality. If you want me to be somewhere, okay, but like tell me why and tell me what I'm going to be doing and tell me sort of the point. And I think that next generation, obviously we are valuable. We know how to use technology, not that others don't, but we are digitally fluent. And I think that if you want to keep us, if you want us to be teaching our colleagues how to use this new technology and how to explore it, I think yes, in-person time is great, but make it intentional, make more programming, create more initiatives for mentorship and career development, create more lunch and learns. This is something that I do personally in my business is I go in and I help companies kind of facilitate these types of things and programs. So I would say that is my tip for anyone listening.
Mm.
Mervyn, any final thoughts?
Yes, about 14, 15 years ago, there was this big, not shift, but this thinking around kind of keeping. I suppose it wasn't even Gen Z then; it was still Gen Y and coming into Gen Z. But there was this kind of payoff in organisations that because more established, I won't say older, more established people who'd been there longer, maybe weren't quite in touch with these newfangled digital ideas and social media and things. And there was this kind of almost this payoff that I'll show you how to use your computer and I'll explain to you what Twitter is and
Yeah.
how to use it. And you'll help me because I'm struggling to understand how to put a report together and because I've not done one before. And that was the kind of trade-off. Now I think over the last 15 years, it's probably changed quite a bit because the way companies, organizations are structured have changed and the way they engage their people have changed. I think that the biggest point I would make about this remote kind of working is that the most important part of the remote hybrid asynchronous flexible is flexible because I often quote that say, I mean, in the UK, something like 61% of jobs are location specific. Their healthcare, their construction, their hospitality, their retail, they are location specific. They can't be done from home. But what those people really want is flexibility, which is something they haven't had before.
Hmm.
They're flexible to maybe manage their shifts differently, and that's the thing that's important. So for the I'll say for Europe, I don't know, it's different. You've got in your land, you've got a new government who might be doing things differently. But I think that this kind of shift to flexibility is important, and understanding kind of how to help people reach their goals the best way.
Well said. I definitely concur with a lot of that. And we will dig into more on the next
Yes.
episode of X to Z. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can find us on any streaming platform or at purpleacorn.com. Follow us, Mervyn Dinnan and Danielle Farage, and we will see you next time. Thanks for joining.